Hey future scientists and space explorers! Welcome aboard the Starship Discovery. I'm Captain Alex, and today we're blasting off on an incredible journey through the Science Explorer galaxy. Are you ready to visit amazing planets and uncover some of the coolest science secrets in the universe? Buckle up, because our first stop is just ahead. Our sensors are picking up something fiery and fascinating. Welcome to Planet Volcano, a world bubbling with geological wonders. Have you ever wondered how a real volcano erupts? It's all about pressure building up deep inside the Earth. Hot, molten rock called magma, along with gases, pushes its way to the surface when it finally breaks through. Kaboom! An eruption. But don't worry, we're going to create our very own safe and spectacular volcano right here. For this, you'll need a bottle, some baking soda, a bit of dish soap, warm water, and the secret ingredient, vinegar. Let's get messy with science. First, we build our volcano mountain around the bottle. Now, let's add the baking soda, dish soap, and warm water into the bottle. Are you ready for the magic? Let's pour in the vinegar and stand back. Look at that. The baking soda, which is a base, reacts with the vinegar, which is an acid, creating carbon dioxide gas. The gas bubbles up super fast, and the dish soap makes those bubbles foamy, creating this awesome lava flow. Science is explosive, isn't it? All right, explorers, let's leave the heat behind and set a course for our next destination. I'm seeing a world that's shimmering and colorful. Welcome to Planet Rainbow. This place is all about light and color. Do you know what a rainbow really is? It's not a giant colorful arch you can touch. It's an optical illusion. It happens when sunlight shines through raindrops in the air. The tiny water droplets act like little prisms, bending and separating the white sunlight into all of its different colors: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. You can remember the order with the name Roy G. Biv. We're going to make our own rainbow without waiting for rain. All you need is a glass of water, a piece of white paper, and a sunny day. Jess, place the glass of water on a windowsill so the sun shines through it, and put the paper on the floor. See that? Water in the glass is splitting the sunlight, casting a beautiful mini rainbow onto the paper. It's a little piece of scientific magic right in your own home. Next up, our ship is being pulled in by a mysterious force. We've arrived at planet gravity, where everything is, well, very down to earth. Grubby is the invisible force that pulls objects toward each other. It's what keeps you from floating off your chair, and it's what keeps the moon orbiting the Earth and the Earth orbiting the sun. The more massive an object is, the stronger its gravitational pull. That's why we're stuck to the giant Earth and not to a tiny pebble. Let's do a quick experiment. I have a heavy book and a light piece of paper. Spee, which one do you think will hit the ground first if I drop them at the same time? Let's try it. 1, 2, 3. Drop. The book landed first, right? But is that because it's heavier? Not exactly. The paper was slowed down by air resistance, fluttering like a feather. Now watch this. I'm going to crumple the paper into a tight ball so it's less affected by the air. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Drop. Look at that. They hit the ground at almost the exact same time. That's because gravity pulls on all objects at the same rate, no matter their weight. What a powerful, invisible force. Leaving planet gravity behind, our star chart is pointing us toward a world that sounds electric. Welcome, everyone, to Planet Static. Have you ever taken off a woolly hat and had your hair stand on end? Or gotten a tiny zap when you touched a doorknob? That's static electricity. It's all about tiny particles called electrons. Everything is made of atoms, and atoms have electrons. Usually, they're balanced. But sometimes, when you rub two things together, like a balloon on your hair, electrons can jump from your hair to the balloon. Your hair now has fewer electrons, so it has a positive charge, and the balloon has extra electrons, giving it a negative charge. Opposites attract. Let's see it in action. I'm going to rub this balloon on my sweater to charge it up with electrons. Now, watch what happens when I bring it close to these tiny pieces of paper. Whoa! The balloon is lifting the paper without even touching it. That's the power of static electricity. You've become a science magician. Okay, explorers, let's float on to our next amazing world. This one looks ... dense. Welcome to planet density, a world of layers. Density's all about how much stuff, or mass, is packed into a certain amount of space, or volume. Some things are more packed together than others. Think about a bowling ball and a beach ball of the same size. The bowling ball is much heavier because it has more stuff packed inside, so it's denser. We can see density in action by creating a beautiful liquid tower. I have a tall glass and a few different liquids: honey, dish soap, water, and vegetable oil. Let's see what happens when we carefully pour them into the glass. First, the honey goes to the bottom. It's the densest. Next, the dish soap, which sits right on top of the honey. Then, the water, which will color blue so we can see it better. And finally, the oil, which floats all the way to the top because it's the least dense. Look at that, a 4-layer liquid rainbow. Each liquid is floating on the one below it because of its density. How cool is that? From the depths of our density tower, let's journey to our final destination for today. It's a place of amazing transformations. Welcome to Planet Metamorphosis. This planet is all about incredible life changes. The most famous example is the butterfly. A butterfly doesn't start its life with beautiful wings. It begins as a tiny egg. The egg hatches into a larva, which we know as a caterpillar. The caterpillar's main job is to eat, and eat, growing bigger and bigger. Once it's big enough, it enters the pupa stage. The caterpillar forms a protective casing around itself called a chrysalis. Inside, an amazing transformation, or metamorphosis, is happening. The caterpillar's body is completely reorganized. After a while, the chrysalis splits open, and out comes a beautiful, winged butterfly. It's one of nature's most spectacular magic tricks, showing how living things can go through incredible changes to become something completely new. Whoa, what an incredible journey through the Science Explorer galaxy. We've made volcanoes erupt, bent light to create rainbows, defied air resistance, played with static electricity, stacked liquids, and learned about the amazing life cycle of a butterfly. Science is all around us, in everything we see and do. The universe is your laboratory, so keep asking questions, keep experimenting, and never stop exploring. Thanks for joining me, Captain Alex, on the Starship Discovery today. It was a blast discovering the wonders of science with you. If you had fun, don't forget to hit that like button and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss our next adventure. Until next time, stay curious.